Lights out, we're underway. Motorsport Republica podcast.
Jimmy boy,
T-Shaz, we're back.
another Marquez masterclass.
I know, bro. How good's having Bruno back?
Bruno was amazing. I forgot how fast it was. Those two chicanes going into the front straight are amazing. And it was a Mugello style track, isn't it? Which people don't really realise.
It's so wide. I forgot how wide it is.
Massive, yeah. It's exciting. It's the fans over 200,000 again. I mean, they're just killing it, aren't they? MotoGP this year in Europe. So absolutely breaking records, which is so good to see.
And with, not the greatest weather for Friday, that's for sure.
No, not the greatest weather, I agree. And that's what made it so interesting for the weekend, because you went into a track that had no data.
Yeah.
And then you had a wet Friday. I mean, that's what threw up probably some interesting results other than MM93.
Now imagine being Jorge Martin and it's too wet to ride around. You're just trying to get some confidence, and it's pissing down rain. It's inclement weather. It's a dry line track.
Yeah. Chapeau to Martin. He had a, I think, better than expected weekend, especially from our point of view. I think it's a pass mark, definitely.
For sure.
To him to go out there first practice, and I was seeing him doing lap after lap, thinking, geez, not the weather for it, but yeah, he did really, really well.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get some results. Let's do Motor Heaven first. Hit up motorheaven.com.au, everyone. Our good friends down there. There got something big for our bicycle guys as well.
Oh, is that launched yet, Jimmy? Or?
Very, very, very soon. You gotta keep suspense,
it's like
bro.
Building up, isn't it?
It is. It's building up.
Jesus.
It's building up.
It's like an atomic bomb.
So yeah,
two atoms are about to collide.
So check out motorheaven.com.au for all your motorcycle needs, and you'll never pay full price.
Thank you. As always, yes, Motor Heaven. And guys, YouTube, thank you so much for all the love and support. To over 2,000 subscribers now. So it helps us a lot with the channel as well. Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram obviously is our main source of socials. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. Follow along. It's great.
All right. Results from the main race. Marc Marquez secures the victory, which is unbelievable.
5 in a row?
5 in a row, and 5 years since that nasty accident, nearly to the day. So we'll unveil that in a sec. Bezzecchi, again, podium, second. Acosta, the first podium of the year, third. Bagnaia, fourth. Raul Fernandez, fifth. The Aprilia really did have the pace, didn't it?
Yep.
Fabio Quartararo, sixth. Jorge Martin, seventh. Binden, eighth. Pol Espargaro, ninth. And Jack Miller, 10th.
Nice.
So 18 finishes. A few injuries as well, which we'll touch on. I mean, they're dropping like flies in the MotoGP paddock at the moment. So.
Yeah, they are. But I guess we're just going to talk about it. But Marc Marquez, how does anyone stop this man? He's in his groove. He just is riding like he's invincible. And bro, have you seen anything in motorsport where you gotta drop like 3 seconds for this stupid tire pressure rule, which we all know is really dumb, but he then slots in behind Pedro Acosta, obviously no slouch, just does what he has to do, and then just passes it. It's like he's playing a PlayStation game on easy. Yeah,
it is. And, you saw Bagnaia try to do the same thing and made a bit of a hash of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he tried to go back 3 positions, but he did. I think he tried to cover that up at the end of the race. But, yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And what's so amazing about his performance this year is obviously his on-field, call it, racing is phenomenal. But the IQ, I mean, the head, isn't it? It's just the experience that it comes through. I mean, that's the most tactical, underrated part of his game.
Yeah, and just the pace that it's like he's just making everyone look like amateurs.
Yeah,
it really is. He is just that much further ahead, and then he obviously just puts in the lap times during the main Grand Prix, and breaks everyone. But that sprint and what he had to do with the dumb tire pressure rules just shows you how much of a higher level he is than the rest of the field. It's just plain and simple. You can't argue that.
You can't argue. It just doesn't look like losing. Just all weekend. I mean, yeah, he's. We've run out of words to describe it, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's some frustration in the community, which we understand. I mean, we're going back to the days of the 15, 16, 17 domination, even later than that. Sorry, 18 and 19. So, we're coming back to that. Is it going to put people off watching the sport now, which is utter domination? It may do, but you just got to appreciate it. And it's just it's a magical thing that he's come back after 5 years, nearly to the day, for this terrible accident where he got hit by the bike and in that gravel trap in Jerez, and then to come back and he's going to win a championship this year. He's going to probably win the championship next year. Truly amazing.
Truly, truly amazing. It just, the man cannot be stopped. So, I don't know what else, as you said, I don't know what else to say for that. But like, how stupid was the tire pressure thing? So it was a false alarm for both Ducatis. Is that right?
Dude, I still haven't got clear.
I know Bagnaia
Bagnaia definitely was. And then Marquez had his come up on the dash, and then we didn't really get a clear answer. I think that was probably on purpose because I don't know what was going on. And I went through interviews today, documents today, and I'm assuming people are probably come into our podcast to find the situation and the answer, but we don't have the answer to that one.
I know Tardozzi said with Bagnaia it was a false alarm and it's happened once before.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure of Marc. Like it was so strange. And this tire pressure rule of Michelin, like everyone is in such agreement with it that we're all so over it.
Yeah.
It's obviously a Michelin thing. Like, this has never happened before, and I'm sure when Pirelli comes in.
So Michelin's last year is next year. Is that correct? The new regs of the Pirelli will come in. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a very hard thing to do, is to develop these tyres for racing, and we all understand that because it happens in so many different categories. But the less we talk about tyres, the better.
Yeah.
And better the racing. They bring tyres in and they make them wear to make the racing better. We don't need that,
They're just so like they're scared that they're going to explode at 300 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, it kind of made the sprint a little bit more exciting, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Well, so we all stand here and say how annoying it was, but I'm thinking, oh geez, it was an absolute bit of a snooze fest. It wasn't for that.
It's just a farce, though. That's the problem.
It's not natural.
It's not natural. It shouldn't happen. There's nothing in racing in motorsport where you should be just sitting behind someone and then just waiting to pounce because of a dumb tire pressure rule where you're going to get penalized if you're just faster. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, obviously when like Pirelli comes in, like they should have a better front tire.
Yeah. Going back to Marc Marquez, I mean, I saw some comments online. They were saying that he was using a Costa as a tire blanket.
That's funny.
Race.
How'd you feel being a Costa being let through, and it's like you still got. You don't like, you've got nothing on this guy. No. Like he's just gonna, when he wants to pass you, he'll pass you, and it's exactly what he did. And he couldn't even get a front wheel back on him.
Oh yeah,
it's scary.
I know. And you know what? To Acosta's credit, he had a great weekend and a bit of a turnaround for KTM as well.
Yeah, Nia Bastianini on the podium.
Where did that come from?
So he comes out and says that it was because it's a blank canvas. He didn't have
data and stuff.
He normally when he's on the KTM, he's kind of stuck riding to the breaking points of a Ducati, and it's obviously mentally it's very, very difficult to change. And maybe some riders are better than others, but he, with a blank canvas, he won there, and I think Moto 2. So to beat on a KTM, and he was fast, and the KTMs were fast. Well,
it showed with Joe Roberts in Moto 2 that having that race before there actually really worked for him. Yeah. Having that history. But I read today, Acosta has never been to that circuit in his life. Never raced Moto 3 or Moto 2 there. And I thought, I had that in my notes. I mean, it was great, that Bastianini and the Joe Roberts had podiums in the last time they went there, but it didn't really correlate with Acosta. So
yeah, well, obviously he's just it worked for KTM, and I guess with not much dry running time throughout the whole weekend,
it equalizes everyone. I think it really does.
The track's not rubbered in, but. It's I'm happy to see Bastianini up there, and I'm happy to see Pedro Acosta up there. And it was good to see 3 different manufacturers on the podium. So you had KTM, Ducati, 100%. And Aprilia.
Yeah.
That's what it needs.
Well, Bastianini in the main race, I mean, what could have been? He crashed, and he looked the fastest out of from 2nd to 5th. He looked really, really quick. He didn't put it down, and having that nasty accident with those air fences.
I thought that air fence was going to... I thought we were going to get red flags.
Flagged. Yeah.
Which
I wasn't... I mean, it didn't... Nothing would have really changed.
It wouldn't have.
No, Marquez was just, out in front and dominating, so...
We're going to talk about it. Is Juan Mir the unluckiest rider of all time?
Well, I've been scratching my head today about this because, yes, he has had some very bad luck in the last 5 races. Harry from Honda, He believes in him a lot, James. But at the end of the day, he's made a lot of mistakes in the last 2 to 3 years. A lot. And he's finally got some sort of bike under him, qualifying up there in the top 5 or 6, and then just gets taken out. And Alex Marquez, ridiculously stupid move.
Yeah, so he wasn't even going for the pass.
Oh,
he was trying to line him up for the second corner, lost the front, and just tagged him.
Yeah. There was audio from their clash today, but it was in Spanish, and I couldn't obviously understand it. But
I thought it was a dubbed audio of the Indian guys going, "You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot!"
No, it wasn't.
No.
I thought it was that at the start, but it sounded Spanish and more legit. So
No, you fuck.
That'd be a good meme, by the way.
It's a meme. It's already there.
Yeah,
it's
someone's
already
got it.
out.
That's funny.
So like I felt for him. I was watching it, Tom, and I was like, I actually like laughed, but I was laughing at like, I can't believe what I'm watching. How can you take him out?
I know.
He actually deserves points if he just finishes like 5 laps. I
know.
It's even
and that was
fogging
a
you up.
story of. I know that was a story of the week. I mean, it was like, imagine if Mir gets taken out again, and he did. I mean, second lap.
Bro, Alex Marquez, I know. It was just, it was dumb. But I just feel so bad for it. And then his flight got cancelled that night.
I saw that. But yeah, bad for the championship as well. It's going to just make things quicker and quicker and quicker. They're saying that what's the championship there, James?
So Marc Marquez is on 381 points. So we're only at the summer break. Alex Marquez is 120 points behind. Bagnaia is 168 points behind. Bezzecchi 225. Diggia 239. Morbidelli's dropped down to 6, 242. So we all know like the championship is done, and Marc Marquez was asked about that in the post-race presser, and he said, it's his to lose, and he's gonna race for points. He's not racing for race wins. He's racing for championships. He said he made that mistake in 2014 when he won those first 10 races, and then he had quite a few DNFs where he was just trying to win races. When now that's not going to be his goal. Obviously, you can take that with a grain of salt because Marc Marquez always wants to win races. But that's going to be his. I think if he can take a second or third and really not risk it, it's why wouldn't you? You're 120 points up or whatever it is on Alex Marquez. Like,
yeah,
mate, you've got it in the bag.
Well, they're talking wrapping it up before the European season finishes. I mean,
they said Misano. That's how that all kicked off. Is like you can win it in Misano. He brushed it off pretty quickly. Yeah. So. But because there's still so many points. What's 37 points, whatever it is, for a race weekends with the sprint?
Yeah,
and the main race?
Of course. I mean, we'd love it to last till Phillip Island. I'd love to see a championship decided there because I don't think we've seen one of them in MotoGP. When's the last time we've seen a championship won Phillip Island?
Bro, I would say Valentino Rossi 2001 on the 500cc. It lasted the 500cc's. I don't think we've seen a moto. It's always been Japan, Sepang, Valencia.
Yeah,
and Thailand for Marc Marquez 1 year. In Podium.
Taka Nakagami.
I know, bro. LCR's cursed.
That's so he's torn his PCL ligament in his right knee after
footy career's done.
After replacing Chantra, who actually did his ACL in the right knee.
Footy career's really done.
So there's knees, and they're just on their knees, aren't they?
LCR is so there's in FP1, FP2, they actually interviewed Lucio Ciacanello about the LCR ride. Chantra's gone. So Chantra's gone. He's actually, and he's come out and said, without coming out and saying it, that he doesn't want an Asian rider on there now. It's not working.
Oh, okay.
Honda Team Asia and all this Idemitsu's not working. The rumors are that Diego Moreira has been given a 3-year contract, 1 year on the LCR and then 2 for HRC.
Wow.
So it sounds like Lucio Ciacanello has had enough of this Idemitsu.
He's listened to us.
Yeah, Asia.
He's listened to the 10-point plan.
Yeah, because he exactly right. With the Asia Talent Cup and Idemitsu and having to have an Asian rider, it sounds like he is pushing for a rider that's is just actually capable for the bike because he was pretty full on in how he worded everything. Obviously, he was still praising Chantra and felt sorry for him for having an injury and everything like that. But you can tell what Zarco's doing on the bike. That seat is just a miss now. So
it just looks so bad for the brand.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
I mean, it's a sponsorship deal, but it makes the brand look worthless. I mean, it really does. It's just I never understand that in sport, putting a inferior rider on your own product just for a sponsorship. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
In the long run, it's not going to work. I mean, even have the sponsor. I mean, I don't know if Idemitsu will stay or they go. I mean, it sounds like they'll have to go, but
or they're just going to have to work something out where they put a rider in for their brands that's not an Asian rider. Like they have to come to some type of agreement because there is no one there at the moment that can ride that bike. We've spoken about it for weeks. Like we're all sick of talking about it, but like it's finally good that there's some acknowledgement in it because Chantro is that much slower than everyone else, and it's not working. And you've got a bike where they can develop. Like Zarco is developing an LCR Honda. Like he's developing a Honda, and they need someone. They need a fast kid on there, like a Diego Moreira or Manu Gonzalez, or someone on there that can have. It's got just more ability. Like,
well, we know Moreira has the talent. Like I know he made those stupid decisions last week at Sachsenring, but he's got the talent, the raw talent. And like we spoke about comparing him to Marc Marquez in that same situation.
Yeah.
You don't see people go through the field like that. So he obviously, we'll talk about Moto2 soon, but he sort of was injured and sort of gave up in the Moto2 race. But that's pretty understandable.
T-Shabs, mate, we all know that you're a Mr. Aprilia. You love riding. I want to know, where do you get your motorcycle gear from?
Mate, there is only one place I get all my gear from, apart from the guy down the street, and that's Moto Heaven in Moorabbin. Okay, they are a family-owned business, which we love. They always have the best prices, and if I want to get something shipped to my house, it's free delivery over $150. So for me, it's really a no-brainer.
Hey, so you get all the best gear, and then is it better than going to the dumb big corporate chains?
They don't care about you.
No.
You can't call the owner of them to ask questions.
No.
Adrian's always on my phone list, and I can always call him to.
He's always calling you.
He is definitely.
Yeah, I love it. So head to motoheaven.com.au where you never pay full price. They got all the big brands, super fast dispatch, ship anywhere around Australia. You can get whatever you want.
It's a no-brainer.
Being
hit up the arse at 200 k's an hour probably.
Yeah, it's pretty full on. So it was just interesting what Lucio Cecchinello was saying with LCR, and it's finally coming to light that like this isn't working. Chantra's not going to be there. Apparently, this is the rumor with everyone. Apparently, everyone's going to Honda and World Superbikes, and apparently Chantra's one of them. So who the fuck knows? But
Chantra's on that World Superbike. I mean, why? Why bother? But this is the problem with this move, James, for Chantra. He could have had an okay Moto2 career. I know he didn't do much, but, he might have been in that Team Asia team and he might have got some results where he's going to go into this MotoGP team, done absolutely nothing, and then his career is going to be very much over because a Moto2 team isn't going to take him back. He can go to World Superbikes, but is that really going to get him anywhere? And he's never going to be welcome back in the MotoGP paddock.
No, well, let's be honest. Like, he shouldn't have been in the MotoGP paddock the whole time. Yeah. Like, for sure, Moto3 or Moto2 or whatever it is, but he's like 2 seconds, a second and a half on qualifying, a second off the pace. Like, more. It's more like 1.82 seconds. Like, we all know it. Like, everyone knows it. And then he missed races, he's injured. Like, it's time. Like, if there's an Asian rider that's capable of going in there and doing it like an Ayagura, fine, put him on. But if there's not, like, it's you're just making up numbers, and MotoGP's got too much talent now to make up numbers.
And money is a big thing. It's just going to get richer and richer and richer.
So Idemitsu has to pull their head out, and they're going to either pull the sponsorship or they're going to go, all right, let's get a fast kid on there. They're still representing their fucking brands.
Yeah.
Like, Mick Doohan won 5 world titles, a Repsol Honda. Like, with a Repsol. Like, who cares? It's still your bike up on the top of the podium. Or, if you're a LCR, like, fuck, you might have a chance. Like, look at the Castrol Zarco. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Why are these people so dumb?
Yeah, well, I suppose we can we've harped on it for weeks and weeks, haven't we, as you said? So that's great. That's great news. Great news coming out of the race, because that makes me happy. If we can sign a young rider, young talented rider, because that's what's so exciting.
I know.
It's exciting seeing Ayagura finishing 5th in Thailand. It's exciting seeing Raul Fernandez finishing 5th last night. So
and he's one where, like, bro, what's going on, Raul Fernandez?
Shows you, mate, how good that Aprilia must be. I
think the Aprilia obviously is a good bike, and it's really working. But Raul Fernandez, like, has he done enough to save his career?
Of course he has.
Oh, Jesus.
He has.
But then he'll sign on to your contract, do nothing.
La Familia, bro. Come on, think about it. No, he's done all right. He's done a really...
Fifth is amazing.
Amazing, yeah, I know. And the thing is, we were like... Oh, and look, guys, we've had a lot of messages about this. We're gonna relive look at our start of the season predictions because we got some horribly wrong and some horribly right.
I reckon with me and you, I think we got Marc Marquez winning the championship right, and I think we got Chantra last right. I think everything else I've
I
dogged.
had Mir and Marini second last and third last.
Yeah, I had them kind of half up there, I think.
Which, yeah, I mean, they crashed. Mir's crashed so much, and Marini's been injured, so they probably still are out the back. But by the end of the season, we'll see.
I'll tell you right now. I got the points already. Luca Marini's 15th, and Juan Mir is 19th.
Yeah, okay. Well, we only had 22 runners, so we have to take that into consideration.
Come on, bro. Alessio Spargo, 27th on 0 points. Somcat Chantra, 26th on 1 point. Now this is my other take. Miguel Oliveira's on 6 points in 25th, and I know he's missed races. I get that. Yeah. But Jack Miller is 14th on 52 points. Oliveira finished he finished 19th.
Yeah, I don't
know what's going to happen with him because he must be feeling the pinch.
I reckon I have seen Oliveira this season about 5 times on the TV, and 4 of them him through the gravel trap.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Even saying that, I don't think he's even crashed that much. He's crashed and injured himself, but he's finishing races, but he's finishing out the back.
He's not. He doesn't have speed. He's not having speed, and this is going to just put Yamaha into a very awkward
We can't keep
position.
him on. You can't keep him on.
He's not doing nearly enough.
Well, the rumour mill says Miller's signed with factory Yamaha for next year. That's the rumour. But
bro, that is the rumour. There's a rumour that Jack Miller's a factory Yamaha. Alex Rins is going to be shown the door. And then there's crazy Miguel to stay. And then there's even crazy rumours like Luca Marini to Pramac Yamaha. I've heard that one.
Well, you got Top Rack coming over as well. So
yeah, so I don't know.
So you have to, there's got to be someone that makes way for him.
True. So... yeah, it's weird, but Miguel Oliveira hasn't yet. He's got to do something on that second half. But apparently, Yamaha wanted to make the decision by the summer break, and being 6 points and then being 19th or whatever he was in Brno, that's not going to help your cause.
It's such a fine line, and I've never ridden a motorcycle in vain at all. But I don't know if you're fighting for your place. I mean. Is there a what's better, James? Fighting for a point or finishing and risking crashing, or finishing 19th and not even being spoke about? I mean,
I think you got to just risk a crash.
I
think you got to.
But then the crash is also seen as he's crashed again, and everyone just pushed him to the side.
Me.
But it's just I mean, it's always like that in motorcycle racing, isn't it? Because you can run wide in a car and get back on the racetrack and continue. But if you fall off a motorcycle, you're done for the race. So.
Or you get taken out.
Yeah,
bro, 3 days of practice qualifying. You don't realise until you're kind of at an event how long that is. And then you get taken out in the second
We said
corner.
when we were kids, we used to watch it, and we used to watch just the race, and someone used to get taken out the first corner, and they're throwing their arms in their hair and cracking the shits, and I'll move on to the next weekend. Dude, they've been out there for 3 or 4 hours over 5 days.
Yeah.
They get there on the Wednesday. They're flying all the way from Europe.
Yeah.
And they get taken out in the first corner. That's what I do love about the sprint race. It gives someone more track time. I think that's a really good thing. Dude, what happened to Diggia?
I know. He just had no pace. Crashed.
I had him second.
Yeah, crashed in a sprint, I think, and then
he finished the main race, but I reckon he was back where Oliveira was.
Yeah, he was out of the point. I'm pretty sure. Can you do you still have the results up?
Sure do.
Where did Oliveira and Diggia finish?
Oliveira was 17th, second last, just in front of
Diggia.
Fernandez. Diggia was just ahead of him, so 16th and 17th.
Jesus.
Diggia was 2 seconds behind Rins.
I put him on fraud watch.
Diggia?
Yeah.
Oh my
You know what's so crazy about that? I put him on fraud watch and no one better than eyelid. Normally I'll get death threats for that.
He's jumped on. You jumped on pretty soon though.
He's on a GP 25, bro.
Yeah.
And he should be doing better. This is the whole point about fraud watch. He should have had a better result than that. A much better result. He should have been top 10. That's not ludicrous.
No, not ludicrous. It's just It's a fickle game, isn't it?
being 16th or wherever you finished outside the points.
Yeah.
With crashes in front of him, with like Alex Marquez and Juan Mir, and whoever else. But the finish like there was no issues. No one took him out. You can't do that. That's fraud.
But he's gone from finishing. Where did he finish in Sachsenring?
I can't remember.
It was on the. He was on the podium, wasn't he?
It was Marco Bezzecchi. No, he crashed. No, Diggia crashed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe there's a bit of.
He should have been on the podium.
Should have been on the podium, but that's the whole idea of fraud watch is you have the ability and you're showing it.
Yeah.
When you're not showing it, I should say.
We take a lot of success from Bezzecchi.
So you know who else was a deer in headlights on the weekend? The new KTM CEO. Was he AI generated or what?
He reminded me of the dude that got caught at the Coldplay concert.
Yeah. He was like, oh no, and then, oh no.
It was the biggest act ever.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like, I reckon he had his earpiece in. He's like, you're on camera now.
Yeah.
Do something.
He didn't know what was going on.
He did not know. I mean, he's got some racing cred somewhere back in the 80s or something. But for me, it was a bit of a puppet show, wasn't it?
He's a good luck charm though. He had a couple podiums.
Definitely. Yeah, he's got a big job ahead of him, that fella.
Yeah,
massive job ahead of him.
But apparently KTM's staying. Everything's all hunky dory.
That's awesome, and to see both the teams up there, they've obviously doing something right. Binder was a big disappointment for me. I mean, I had him top 5. He finished 8th, I think, in the end, but obviously a few crashes. But he got beaten by Pol Espargaro in the sprint race.
Pol Espargaro was amazing.
In finishing 10th. I mean,
he must be like that's. I'd like to see him on another bike, but maybe his riding style just doesn't work for modern day MotoGP. Maybe it would have worked 10 years ago.
Well, I think you're right, and I think Miller has that same issue with Binder with that.
But he's having a better season, Miller.
He's having a better season, but obviously it's just gone a different direction with this ride height devices and everything. I think you're on the money with that with Binder.
Well, yeah, KTM is trying to copy Ducati. Like they're trying to be a lot more stable in the corner entry, not sliding it everywhere like what Binder and Miller did. And it's obviously not working for him, but it's helping Pedro Acosta and like Maverick Vinales and these guys. Because that's what they have to do. Everyone copies the best. It's a reason.
It would have been good to see Vinales there on the weekend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no Morbidelli either.
So he's so we've got 3 weeks off now into the summer break. So there's going to be a few sore boys out there. They're going to be hopefully all fixed up.
Is it just 3 weeks?
Just 3 weeks this year. Yep.
Fuck, I thought it was like 5 for some reason. That's all right.
No, just 3 weeks the summer break. So
let's talk about it. Jorge Martin, he's back. I've waited this long to talk about it, which is good.
Look, I think as I said at the start of the pod, I think it was a great result in the end. Finishing 7th. I think he showed everything that he had to do. I think he is going to have podium pace by definitely the flyaways at the end of the year,
bro.
Which I've said from his crash. I think he will come back.
He came back fully fit. It's just not, I guess, ride fit, and then he had to get accustomed to the Aprilia. Like he's done no laps on that Aprilia. But in saying that, you got to give credit where credit's due because he faced the media. He cried in front of the media. He didn't back down. He didn't apologize, which rubbed a lot of people up the wrong way. But he backed it up on the track where he had, he had all top 10s just about, except for qualifying. And just, he did exactly what he needed to do and probably more.
I think it shows as well that Aprilia obviously has a pretty good base. Set up, and he can come in the bike and get into Q2 straight away after having one practice session in the dry. Yeah. I think that's a really good sign for the manufacturer and himself. Yeah. Because if you got to look at Vinales and Bastianini on the KTM round 1 in Buriram. They were fighting at the back with Chantra. Yeah. And they had no idea how this bike worked. They had testing time on it, but still had nothing they could do, and they were so slow. They were out the back, 20 seconds behind. So you compare that to a similar situation with Martin with similar track time, and he's come in and got into Q2 straight away, finished in the top 10 for both sprint and main race. I think tick for me.
Major tick. He's done well. I agree with you. At the end of the year, I think he's been fighting for podiums. I think he's just there. I think the bike's good enough, but it's just a shame on everything that happens, because if none of that happened, he just came back and got 7th, bro, he would be huge right now.
Yeah, it's a big shame. The whole injury for him this year is a big shame, and what he could have done fully fit. Obviously, it was a slow start to the season for Aprilia, but he'd be winning races right now. If Bez is finishing 1.7 seconds behind Marquez, Martin's winning races. Simple as that.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I don't think Marc Marquez actually only finished 1.7 seconds.
He was almost 3 seconds ahead. He was chilling.
Well, it was the stats say 1.7 seconds, but in saying that, I think Marquez probably had 15 seconds up his sleeve.
Yeah, he would. I think Jorge Martin would be second in the championship easily.
Yes, I agree. Definitely agree.
I just don't think anyone's stopping Marc Marquez. You got to remember, Jorge Martin just beat Pecco last year.
Yes.
Just beat Pecco.
Yep.
So they're on a similar... They're actually such different riders, but they're on a similar basis where Marc Marquez, if people don't want to hear it or not, he's just 3 steps above everyone else. Like, it's just... It is what it is. It's how it is. But credit to Aprilia, credit to Marco Bezzecchi, because they've really worked with this bike. It's clearly the second best bike on the grid now. If Jorge Martin's already fast on it, it's a great sign, as you said. And Bezzecchi, again, my favorite rider. He is absolutely killing it. He is just doing everything that he needs to do. And to be put in that position, I know I keep talking about it, but be put in that position and be Aprilia's man, he deserves a 300% pay rise because he has done more than enough.
Yeah, he's pulled his finger out when it mattered most ever for Aprilia.
And he's quick. He looks quick. He looks racy.
Yeah, he does. Holds the tyres well as well, because that's the thing with Bagnaia. He seems to have pace at the start of the race for like 5 or 6 laps and then just drops back.
Well, he had no pace at the main race.
Yeah, and then he comes back at the end, but it's just never enough.
He turned his traction control off.
Is that what he did?
Mid-race.
Jeez.
Yeah. I got a question for you. When are you, Tom, going to be sick of Mark winning like the Repsol days?
I think I'm close.
Because I reckon you are as well.
Yeah, I'm looking... it's funny, 4 laps to go. Matt Burt got out of his seat and goes, oh my God, Marquez is falling down. And I thought, oh, here we go. What's happening here? Not jumping up and down like probably we all used to back in the good old Repsol days.
Not me, mate.
Not you. But in saying that, he deserved the win. He deserves to win. He really does. What I want to see is someone to take it up to him. I don't want to see Marquez crashing. I want to see a Bezzecchi going, I'm going to fucking win this weekend. You know? I want a Martin to come back in Phillip Island and pole up and win the race. You know, I want to see someone step up and a manufacturer step up.
All right, let me ask you this. Kevin Swant said in 2002, 2003, there's no one that can beat Valentino Rossi. They're not even in the paddock yet. Is that the same right now of Marc Marquez? As in, not in the MotoGP field. So the first person obviously to beat Rossi was Nicky Hayden. He wasn't even in the paddock.
How good is Pedro Acosta?
Yeah.
Is he in the same conversation?
No. I don't think anyone in the MotoGP field is in the same conversation as Marc Marquez that can beat Marc Marquez.
And it's also too early to call on these young guys. It's too early to call a Moreira or a David Alonso or
Quiles or Rueda.
Yeah.
But there's no one, I just can't see anyone.
There's a short answer and a long answer to this, and the answer is no.
That's the thing. Like there's no one and maybe one of those young guys. Like no one saw Casey Stoner doing what he is.
Oh, it's amazing. And I said this to you, like Rulston's struggling in Moto3, and I said, is he going to have it? Is he going to have it going forward? And you said, it's going to take time.
Casey Stoner started in the 250s, then went to the 125s, never won a title, then went back to the 250s, didn't win a title, and then second year, obviously.
And then he won the title on 2 different manufacturers, which is the biggest thing for a motorcycle rider and also a Formula 1 driver. To win a title on 2 different manufacturers shows you the best, you know?
Huge. But I don't know if there's anyone in that MotoGP field that can beat Marc Marquez yet. Or any time I can see in the future. And
not on a Ducati. No, not on a Ducati. This goes back to what I was saying 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said Bagnaia needs to make the move. Otherwise, he's just going to be flogging the horse, flogging the dead horse. I mean, he's got to go. If he's going to finish 2nd or 3rd or 4th every race, he's got to try with another manufacturer.
The only person I can see beating and really taking it to Mark is Quartararo on like an Aprilia or something. It's really the only person that...
Martin. I'd say Martin, man.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced on the mental side. I think Quartararo...
He hung on by a thread.
How he even went up against Mark in his early days. People forget how kind of mentally like he was always in his own head. He used to smash his bike and stuff, but he was there with him. And remember when I think Mark was tailing Quartararo and then he just high sides himself and Sepang and I think Quartararo Quartararo is the man. If anyone could do it, I'm gonna say it's him, but it's not gonna be on a Yamaha.
Not going to be on a Yamaha.
No.
It seems that he's getting a bit of cold feet, isn't he, Quartararo? He said some things in the media lately that I think we touched on it last week. But yeah,
it's tense.
Aprilia's, they got their two guys. So you got to say they got their two guys.
A great team. A great team.
Yeah, Aprilia, Martin, and I'm glad that's done. It's finished. He'll race next year. And who knows what's going to happen after that? KTM. Who knows what's going on with KTM? Honda. I mean, I don't see Quartararo going to Honda.
No.
And do I see a Quartararo dressed in red? Do I see Quartararo in a non-factory Ducati team? Probably not. So I just don't know where he can go.
Well, Quartararo next year, he's in line of everyone else's contracts. So next year, he's riding a Yamaha, but then he's a free agent for the new regs in 2027, which is a bit of a scary thing to be a free agent for because you don't know what bikes are doing what. You know, you can talk to Ducati, you can talk to Aprilia, and they might promise you the world, but
everyone's going to promise you the world.
Yeah, you don't know, and Yamaha's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's actually an awkward situation for Fabio Quartararo to be in because he says he's run out of time. He's here to win championships now, and if Yamaha doesn't provide him the bike, then he has to look elsewhere, which he has to.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
he has. Who knows? I don't know how much these bikes are going to change in 27 either.
I think it's going to be a big difference. It's a massive engine change. Different tyres.
Tyres are going to be a big one.
That's huge.
You look at Tony Arbolino on Moto 2.
You just whip him when he's down,
dude,
don't
he's
you?
gone from championship, nearly winning the championship, to being 14th, 15th and blaming on the tyres every weekend. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
I mean, you've got two little tiny contact patches with the tarmac, and that's what you have to. That's what's so important, isn't it? So,
Peter Pavel. See him? Did you see him?
No, who's that? Who's Peter Pavel?
Peter Pavel is like the president of the Czech Republic.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Jack Appleyard interviewed him on the grid.
Yes.
I think I had a nap by the time he finished talking. I was hoping he noticed that.
No, I was doing something. The national anthem I really liked. I thought that was a good
up and about
rendition. But no, I missed Jack on the grid this week.
You missed Peter Pavel?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like I missed much.
Fucking hell, bro. He wouldn't stop talking, this guy.
Wow.
He's the politician anyway.
So you wouldn't want to be stuck with him at a party, you're saying?
Nah, he would net you hard.
Yeah.
He would net
There's a
you
few
hard.
like that. There's a few like that.
And I did like the big Monza stage there. Czech Republic
dude.
looks like a good Grand Prix to go to. You were saying that.
I messaged you. I said, mate, I reckon next year we got to do the Saxon Ring and Czech Republic double.
Yeah.
2 weekends. They're close to each other.
6-hour drive or 4.5-hour drive.
In the middle of the summer. The Czech Republic and the Matty Burt was saying on commentary, like downtown, he's like rocking, like rock bands and bars and.
That's sick. Underrated Grand Prix. It's always been an underrated
and it's such
Grand
a big,
Prix.
and I'm sure there's a lot of people at home thinking the same thing. Like, it's such a big expense to go over to Europe to watch a race. You want to go to the right one. And we hear pros and cons for everything. Mugello's hard to get to and expensive, whatever. Saxon Ring, we've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
But
Superbike Shore's been Saxon Ring.
Superbike Shore's been Saxon Ring. Czech Republic, I don't think anyone I know
I
has
don't
been.
know anyone that's been.
Aston, everyone says really good. But for us, we're going together. We want a good place that's close to the track, but also a good party atmosphere. That's what's so good about Phillip Island, is it's all in a 30-kilometre radius, you know? So, or not even that, probably 10-kilometre radius.
I think if you're going to go to Mugello, you have to have like a camper van there.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think you could do it.
I agree. Yeah. That's why Asian countries are so easy for us, because they're $500 return flights, $200 a night accommodation.
Get the grab scooter.
And we're seriously like, Indonesia is like 5-hour flight from us.
And there's no rules. We did whatever we want.
Yeah.
Bossed our way everywhere.
So good. Yeah, we talked our way. Oh, we'll have some stories of Thailand. We talked our way into places that we shouldn't have been in, but it was hilarious. Not the track side of things, because the FIM and Dorna do a great job with their security. We couldn't get it anywhere. But post-track, you had to show tickets to here, and we just got the media pass out, got into everywhere, didn't we?
It was so funny. We're basically almost driving on the track at one stage. 5 years, you said. 5 years to the day that Marquez's arm injury comes back, wins 5 in a row for Ducati. Is it the biggest sporting comeback in sports / let's say motorsport?
Yeah, I think there's been some incredible comebacks. Like you have to look at, say, Niki Lauda from nearly burning alive in the car to coming back.
Did he win a championship after that?
Lost by half a point to
Formula One, bro. What they like throwing this stuff up every now and then.
But that's what that season was, just the most incredible season with James Hunt, and probably went more famous because of that rather than not. And he still won 3 championships, I believe, or 2. I'll get Mazden correcting me tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, that's to come back into. I mean, this. You just can't. You got to not 5 years ago. You have to go back 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when he's on a Honda, and the arm's not getting better, and
had to go back to America again for another surgery,
and then crashes on the bike, and then the bike. He finally gets fit and goes on the bike, and the bike's nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
It's constantly launching him to the moon.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
It has to be one of the biggest sporting comebacks in motorsport. Another one that I think is Mick Doohan, where he almost lost his leg.
Yeah.
And they fused that together. And I think he came back that same year with crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
Crazy after fusing his leg together. And then he should have won a championship that year. And then I think he just lost it as well. So, but for like a 5-year process... From what happened, and then to just going into utter domination again. And it's like a different Marquez, because Marc Marquez was he was always, a bit out there to a degree. He had his he kind of revolutionized celebrations, as in, he had like the level 7 stuff and things would go on the screen, you'd press a button, the gold helmet would come out. So he kind of revolutionized that, but he's so much more like laid back now, dancing, like really got a family atmosphere with the teams. It's a different Marc Marquez, and it's a lot more laid back. And I think he's come out and said this, where he sees racing almost differently now because of everything he's been through. And obviously you're going to look at life a lot different. I'm sure that's the same with Jorge Martin to a degree with an injury like that. But I don't know. Is there anyone else that's kind of had just a comeback like that?
Just on that as well with Marquez, I mean, I think he wouldn't have changed this for the world. I think he'll look back at it with no regrets, and I think he'll finish his career now with so many more fans from how he's done and how he's approached this to how if he just stayed in the sport, nothing happened to him. The way people talk about him and respect him even more now, he'll go, his legacy would have already gone to the moon. Yeah. But now, I mean... For him to come back and we're going to win a championship, I don't think he'll change it for the world. I really don't. Yeah. In that scenario, no, I don't think so. And there's probably loads that we haven't thought about in comeback stories. But
I'm just trying to think of motorsport.
But motorsport, yeah. I mean, there's
Tiger Woods came back.
Tiger Woods come back, and it's a similar story. I mean, he had debilitating injuries and back injuries that people said he can never walk again, all this stuff, and then comes back and wins the Masters. I mean. He's did a few comebacks on women's back as well. You know what I'm saying, Dewey?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So,
don't shit where you eat, mate.
Yeah, don't shit where you eat. So, yeah, for me, he, it's just going to go down in folklore, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to sitting with grey beards in 20 years' time doing our pod, going, God, you remember Marquez in 2025? Fuck, he was good, James. He was the best. That's when we were really getting off. That's what, it will be like that. We'll look back at this year and go, he showed some signs on that 2023 Gresini in 24, but comes in on the Ducati factory team with the factory bike and just dominates. So he's won. Has he won 10 races in a row? They said, or is that must be sprinting?
That's yeah. So it's 5 sprint.
So he's done
5 rounds. It's 5 doubles in a row. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like we look at Jet Lawrence last year, that 24-0 or whatever it was.
A couple of years ago.
Like, how does nothing go wrong? How does nothing go wrong in those 10 races? How does nothing go wrong in 24 races? No puncture, no fall.
Well, bro, something does go wrong. The fucking tire pressures go off.
Still wins.
He still wins.
He still wins. I mean, look at Silverstone. He crashed and they got red flags.
I know.
I mean,
he
it's
was lucky.
Call it Marquez luck. I mean, just jeepers.
I guess he got third that race though, but still.
Oh, that was going back. Yeah, I should say.
That was the last race he didn't win.
Bezzecchi, yeah. Bezzecchi on the cold track, I should say. Sorry.
He's found his form. Speaking about form, has KTM found form or is it a false dawn?
I think a false dawn because I think, as I said from the start, the data, no one had any data going into that. And I think that's what reading today is that's what Ducati's engine is. I mean, not engine, but like their basis is just so much data, so much better than everyone else. And they go to these tracks and know exactly what setup they're going to do from straight away, where all these guys are just chasing their tails. No dry running on Friday. Come into practice 3. Obviously, it just evened up everyone.
Yeah.
And Acosta really benefited from that.
And Bastianini, it shows their talent. Definitely shows their talent.
Yeah. Definitely. I think...
See, Shavs, I'm rolling around in a bit of a stinky car at the moment. How can you help me?
It doesn't surprise me, mate. Doesn't surprise me. James, I have the product for you, my friend. We have Motorsport Republica air fresheners. All your favourite drivers and riders.
For Marquez, Rossi, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri.
All the famous ones we have. We've also got T-shirts in stock, so if you want to go run in your Motorsport Republica T-shirt, James, you're more than welcome to.
Can I sink beers in it?
You can do anything you want with it.
Yeah, I like that.
So jump on to motorsportrepublica.com.au. And guys, it supports us, it supports the pod, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
We'll come back. I mean, what's the first race after the...
Austria.
Yeah, that's
their home race.
Yeah, that's going to be a real test for if KTM are up there. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and they got a top speed. They got
horsepower.
They got the biggest top speed out of anyone. So, but I used to love Austria, but now with that shitty chicane.
Yeah, I know it's wrecked it. It's wrecked it. Nothing like Horsepower Hill and Brno, huh?
That's right.
I love it. How good's the name?
It's a great name.
I found my thrill on Horsepower Hill.
That's a t-shirt right there.
I saw that from online. I saw it today, actually. So, TM.
That
copyright.
That last corner in Austria, I reckon, is a very, very, very tricky corner to get right.
Oh, yeah. Some off camber. I mean, Marquez into turn 3, I mean, that was just wild, wasn't he? He was just so much better than everyone else.
Yeah, that left-hander.
Oh, and then there's the chicane. It's like Mugello. There's like 4 corners that are similar on that track. Yeah. Chicanes, you know?
Yeah.
But they're all a little bit different ways. And then you got the stadium section on the hill.
That's beautiful.
That's where we're sitting.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. But even that off-camber chicane going up the hill, as you're talking about, is wild.
And it's inviting, isn't it?
It is. The whole track's inviting, actually.
Yes.
It's a good-looking gal who's inviting you into your bedroom,
yeah, that's it.
Can't
cold rainy day, you know what I'm saying?
Then you find you're in the demons right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity. So, yeah, big things I took out of it was obviously... Diggia was super disappointing, and you're right, fraud watch. I mean, it's probably fair enough. But he'll come out and improve in Austria. He has to honour Ducati on that track. Such good form there.
Yep.
And then Pedro Acosta for me, probably the rider of the day, taking Marquez out of it because we have to. Yeah, we have to for the rest of the year. So
I'm with you. That's all I got in MotoGP, big boy.
Yes, I probably should have Moto2 results ready, Jimmy boy.
So I'm watching Moto2, right? How does Matt Burt know that Ramirez hasn't led a race since 2019 Valencia in Moto3 during the race? Like, how do you know that?
Oh, he's got a statistician in his ear, surely.
You reckon that's what it is?
Yeah, they have to, these
guys. Is
that
how it works?
Has to, yeah. Because there's lots of these things that pop up, and I'm like, how do they remember that? Like,
they can't. You can't prepare for that.
I'm sure Matt Burt also has some knowledge.
Of course,
but he can't mentally have it all.
That's true. He must have a statistician in there. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because even like preparing for that, because you wouldn't even know if Ramirez is going to be leading that race.
I know that the F1 boys have people in their ear telling them stats and results.
I know footy guys, and they must. Right.
Now Joe Roberts first.
Yeah.
I mean, that was amazing. Called by T-shirt at the start of the race.
America.
Yeah, we had one of our boys from Kentucky was up and about. We didn't hear from D Silver all weekend, which is strange. So
what's going on?
Yeah. Must have the bloody...
To be honest, though, our inbox is flooded.
Yeah.
It's actually too hard to get... We can't get back to everyone now.
It is tough. You need to put a siren emoji in your first sentence so we know
Watch, we'll get 1,000 of them.
Yeah, D Silva, was out of action. So I don't
Who
know.
was the guy from Kentucky? I think I saw a message about that. You sent something funny.
Yeah. I said KFC, and they got KFC in 10 years, man. 10 fucking long years. Okay, Barry Beltas second.
Yeah.
Manuel Gonzalez just saving it for the championship now, isn't he?
Well,
Very smart. Danny Helgado fourth.
Great
Celestino Vietti fifth. Izan Guevara sixth. Marcos Ramirez seventh. After 2 long laps, pretty good.
Yeah.
Philip Salach 8th, David Alonso 9th, and Albert Arenas 10th.
What did Senna get? 11th?
Senna
12th?
went backwards, unfortunately.
Yeah,
15th in the end, which was super disappointing for him, finishing behind Adrian Huertas.
Oh, yeah, nice.
But just shows you how inconsistent Moto2 is. I mean, you got Dennis Onchu winning the race, next weekend finishing 13th.
I know.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, it's Tony Arbolino, 19th, my boy. Come on, that Boscoscuro. You got to get off that Boscoscuro.
Oh,
seriously.
it's a championship-winning chassis. Won last year by Agura.
Doesn't suit him, mate. Doesn't suit him.
The Pirelli tyres.
Pirelli tyres. But yeah, for me, I mean, Joe Roberts, just out of the blue again. He had form there in 2019, 20 when they went there. He finished second, so looked fast all weekend. Just sometimes these tracks just suit the riders.
Yeah,
so.
they do. They definitely do. But it's all about being consistent. Manny Gonzalez has been pretty consistent. That's why I think he's leading the world title.
But Barry Baltas, man, he's
I know.
From nowhere, a championship contender.
That's Moto2 for you, though.
That's
wild. Moto2 for you. We've said this last week or the week before. Like he's the prime example of being in that grid for 3 to 5 years, and then you finally find form. And now he's finding form, and he's getting seconds and poles, and doing awesome. It's good to see.
Great for the sport. Belgium, of all countries, I mean,
they're massive in motocross.
Massive motocross, yeah. And who was the last? They were talking about the last. Simon was the last.
Xavier Simon. Olivio Loy used to run around.
Simon was the last the last pole sitter for Belgium back in 20. Where's Matty Bird? I need him in my ear. 2019, I think it was. But yeah, I mean, a fairly interesting race. Aaron Canet crashing.
I know. That was just his own fault. Almost took out Dixon.
He did. Yeah, he nipped his rear tyre, I reckon. Yeah. But he was lucky to stay on. So, but yeah, interesting talking about tracks as well. That first corner, you just squint when you just sort of tense the butthole when they're going into that first corner.
Especially the Moto2 boys. Yeah. There's that many different lines.
Heaps of different lines, yeah.
It was wild watching it. But hey, how's your boy Mattia Pasini, 39 years old, running around?
I didn't understand
that. He has been racing since I was in
04.
Bro, since grade 4.
04, he was in the paddock with Rossi, they said 04.
I remember hearing his name forever. Like, how is he still getting a ride?
So was he racing? He was racing in Moto 3.
So 125s, 250s.
Yeah, but he was racing Moto 3 this weekend. Not
Moto 2.
I thought it was Moto 3.
Nah, he DNF'd in Moto 2.
Oh, he did too. Sorry, he was racing for Fantech. So who did he fill in for?
Dunno, bro.
Come on, we run a podcast here.
Dunno. I didn't know he was fucking riding until I saw him on the grid. And Tom, you messaged me going, "There's a 39-year-old racing."
I said he's qualified 8th as well. He qualified 8th out of 30. I mean, it's fantastic.
Wild, bro. He normally does like a wild card like once every couple of years at Mugello. Someone gets injured, they always get Mattia Pasini. And good on him, bro.
I love that.
He's still just running around and still quick. He's obviously still quick.
Well, it's interesting. We go back to
he must do endurance
GP for quickly. Like we see Paul Espargaro in the back of the paddock in a suit presenting. And then it's just amazing how these guys can go get a call up and go, you're in for the next week, and then perform really well. I mean,
and he's like lucky for him, I guess, because he's still test rider for KTM.
Yeah,
but still to be so quick is pretty bloody impressive.
And Pasini to finish to qualify 8th. I mean, I know he wouldn't have spent that much time on a Tribes for 765.
Bro, Moto2 bike, a new Moto2 bike is wild.
So yeah, good on him.
How would you feel though being like 13th and then you're behind Mattia Pasini. He's been racing since 2004. Since 2004, we would have been 8 years old.
We were, you're looking for every excuse in the book when you. But that's the thing for him. Like if it was like a Michele Pirro,
he was racing
Mugello, like it's different. He's done so many laps around there, but the guy would have been a bloody Bruno for a long time.
Shirley.
Yeah,
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me.
But Moto2 wasn't like an amazing race. I guess it was all right, but it wasn't a barnstorm.
No. We'll move on to Moto3. Domination.
Bro, Rueda.
When do you see that, James?
You see it maybe once or twice a year.
So Yeah, Rueda first. Unbelievable.
Just broke him.
Quiles second. David Munoz third. Did he start from Munoz? What he
started from last because he got a penalty for getting in everyone's way.
Standard.
Fucking David Munoz, bro.
Angel Piqueras fourth. Dennis Foggia fifth. He was fighting for the win at one point, and then fighting for second place, I should say. Adrian Fernandez. Curtis is looking at me quite sexually. Sorry, guys. Adrian Fernandez sixth. David Almanza seventh. Valentine Peroni, the most Italian Argentinian around.
That's an issue right there.
Yamanaka 9th and Guido Pini 10th.
And Guido Pini's the most Italian name you'll ever hear.
True, it is.
He's probably the next hot prospect in Italian races at the moment. It's Guido Pini.
I mean, yeah, you take Foggia out of it.
Well, Foggia, no way. Do you still have Moto2 results? Or are they gone?
They're gone.
I don't. The top 10, I'd be interested to see if there's even an Italian in there. We've had that conversation. Yeah, right? But there's not.
Well, Arbolino is really the only guy who's has any pedigree in Moto2, who's had race wins or podiums. Yeah, I can't think of any other ones who.
Guido Pini is the next one for him.
And Spanish, out of the top 7, 6 of them.
Yeah, they're just still.
Take old man Dennis Foggia out of it. It's just Spain. So.
Rueda out front and breaking a pack is the hallmark of a champion, though, in Moto3.
It's a difference. Yeah,
that's a very hard thing to do.
It just, especially on that track. I mean, a lot of long straights, wide as well.
I know, big sweepers.
I know. You wouldn't pick that. You wouldn't pick that as a track where someone could dominate.
Well,
and they're all coming in fresh, obviously, never been there before.
Quiles and Foggia kept just carving each other up. They were looking at each other going down the straight. And trying to just tell each other to, just play it cool. We can catch him, but, Moto3 standard stuff. But credit to Rueda, man. He's absolutely killing it. And just, again, it's funny, right? Moto3 is such a tight competition where normally the races are so tight. But it always seems to be just a dominant champion.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, we just need some... I hope David Alonso, wins. Okay, it's a win before the end of the year because it'll really cement his position as that next big star. I mean, I just hate to...
I think it's coming.
Coming.
I think him and Holgado, Danny Holgado, what do you fourth, whatever on the weekend? I think it's coming. It's just... Yeah, he's obviously injured, but it's just Moto2 is so difficult. But he's still sliding in the top 10s. He's still had a podium. First rookie year. It's hard to do.
Yeah, and poor Joel Kelso had a massive shunt in practice. Also had a massive shunt last week in Sachsenring. So, unfortunately, he's broken a couple of bones in his foot, I believe. So, flung from the KTM RC 250 GP, James, and not looking very good. So,
RC 250.
So lucky it couldn't have come at a better time for the summer break for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he heals up. Hopefully it's a couple of just minor fractures in the foot. We haven't got the full rundown just yet.
Get him on the pod.
We'll hopefully run into Joel in the next few weeks if he gets back to Australia. Hopefully has some make some time for us. So
yeah, he did last year.
He did. Yeah, we normally have our mid-season. Well, he's just had a great year. It's just the last couple of weekends he's had a couple of bad crashes. So unfortunately for him.
Correct. All right, hot takes, big dog.
You fire away there, Jimmy Ball.
All right, thank you for everyone sending them in as usual. Now, I was telling you today, I couldn't even get through
thousands.
There's a lot, so...
They're going to be tired of us winning, James. There's so much winning.
That's Donald Trump. Yeah. That's funny. What a crazy thing to say.
I know.
At Paul Ryan, Pecco's parents showed more fight in their scooter than Pecco on the races. Cool seeing them help Mark. I thought that was cool. That was really nice to see that.
It was.
That was very wholesome.
Cool. It was wholesome. It's good to see because all we do see is a lot of negativity.
Excuse me. Negativity, gotcha.
Yeah. What did I say?
That's
Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it was good and wholesome to see, as you said, James. Carry on.
At Hamish Golding, no relation.
What?
Do you see There's no one would get that except us two. I'm
no.
sorry. That's shit podcasting right now. I'm sorry.
Inside jokes. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you see Martin on the podium before the end of the season? We've already answered this, but yes, definitely. I see him on the podium.
James contradicted himself 4 weeks ago. He said he won't podium this year. I'll have to get that up. But now he's changed his mind.
After seeing Bruno, I guess I'll stand corrected until we see it happen.
Yeah, true. And then you'll go back to your old.
Yeah, I told you the whole time.
That's a T-shirt move.
That is a T-shirt. That's the ultimate T-shirt move, actually. At Matty Stevens, OG fan. Having 3 manufacturers on the podium is exactly what MotoGP needs.
Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. And 3... the Aprilia and KTM, I mean, they're all struggling other than Ducati. So anyone on the podium, but those 2 brands, I mean, for them to both be firing, I think you're always going to have your Yamahas there and you're always going to have your Honda there. They're never leaving. But there's every chance that Aprilia or KTM could. So for the championship and for MotoGP in general, I think it is a really good thing.
It's a really good thing. It's what we need. We don't want 3 Ducatis on the podium. No one wants that. And we want to see Japanese manufacturers there.
Ducati going down from 8 to 6 bikes, does it hurt them in these scenarios because they don't have as much data to work on? Is that what's changed things, do you think? And the concessions, obviously, as well.
Yeah, concessions. And they're down to, realistically, they're down to 3 factory bikes.
Yeah.
Which is probably the one thing that's going to hurt them the most. Like, if you have 4, it's huge. But now to be down to 3, it levels the playing field because there's not really much you can do on a GP24, like an older bike. But where, if you're testing so much data of Diggia and Bagnaia and Marquez, it can go a long way if you've already got that platform ahead of everyone else.
Yep.
Matty Auld, also another pod favourite. OG fan.
Travis's long lost son.
Correct. If Chancha got a chance, why hasn't Joe Roberts got a shot at MotoGP? Need a US rider. Definitely need a US rider, but I don't know if he's done enough yet.
No, he hasn't done enough. And you can't just put the token in there because we'll just have the same result as the token Asian.
Yeah.
So we can't have the token yank just to replace the token Yagan. You need to have someone in there that has, shown some sort of, special rider.
Unfortunately for everyone else, it's Spanish rider.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. Like, I just want to see the best of it. I don't really care what nationality you are. I think you just have to watch the best of the best. Joe Roberts would have been interesting if he went on to that RSGP for this year, and if it wasn't just say like a Raul Fernandez. I really do think he would suit a bigger bike, and I think he would do a whole lot better than Somkya Chantra.
Yeah, but guys, let's be honest. Joe Roberts has done nothing until this race. He's done nothing.
For this year?
Yes.
Yeah. I think he was injured for a few rounds.
Excuses. He's done nothing. And he's come into the track that no one's been through for 5 years, had a great result, but, we can't start talking about him going to MotoGP.
No.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, there's riders in front of him.
100%.
I agree.
Why would you sign him when you can sign a Gonzalez or Moreira? I mean, he's got to be not even in the top 5, I don't think.
Oh, no, I'm with you. Like, I get it. There's so much talent to pick from.
And I think you pick Jake Dixon before you pick Joe Roberts.
He's another one that's been lined up for HRC World Superbikes. Added to the list.
They're going to have 4 factory teams at this point.
Actually, no, maybe it was Mark BDS in the Superbikes. Anyway, yeah. Il Young 28 _ If Manu Gonzalez wins the championship, is he going to get a seat to MotoGP? That's a good question because, like, where do you put Manu Gonzalez? He obviously tested for Trackhouse and was quick.
I think for me, Martin coming back to Aprilia for next year, I think has really hurt Manu. Because you'd obviously, with the Trackhouse, you'd think probably there might be a spare spot open there.
Okay, who would you sign? Because I think Raul Fernandez's contract is up.
He is. No. We had this conversation. He's got 1 more year.
Does he?
They gave him a 2-year deal.
Fuck.
I have to, if Curtis was any good on the computer.
Didn't we look this up? Haven't we looked this up? Didn't Curdy already? Curdy, are you able to please look up Raul Fernandez's contract situation?
And we'll come back to that in a sec. But yeah, it's for me, if you're going to look at Trackhouse, I agree you can't let go.
Nah, no way.
And Raul Fernandez is finishing 5th.
The ultimate cocktail.
I think you keep that 4 for next year. I really do. I would.
Bro, that's you talk about a 180 with me with Bez.
Raul's shown stuff in the last 5 Grand Prix, not just one.
No, you're right.
We're not just...
But is it a risk?
Possibly. Anything's a risk, isn't it? Is it the risk worth taking? Curtis? Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
End of 2026.
Yeah. That's all good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, contracts mean nothing realistically.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
bloody hell.
Thanks, Curdy.
Thanks, Curdy. They mean absolutely nothing, and these days, as you know, unless you're in Jorge Martin's position, because I'm telling you right now, my opinion is he's gone out and tried to get out of this contract, and they've said no, and he's gone, oh, okay, I'm staying then.
Correct.
That's our opinion.
Yeah.
It's not that he's just had an epiphany to go, oh my god, I'm staying because the bike's going well now. His lawyers would have gone, so mate, you're either out, you can't race next year, and you get paid nothing, or you sit on that bike.
Yeah.
Because even MotoGP came out and said he's not signing with another team if he's still contracted, which I think is a great thing.
I think it's a great thing. It's the one time I've actually seen a contract hold up. So
yes.
We've already spoken about it.
And the other thing is Raul Fernandez could just come back as he has a 2-year contract, but the contract might say, you could be a test rider. You don't know.
There's gonna be all these different clauses and performance clauses. I still think I would want to take Manu Gonzalez. I think Raul Fernandez has just had enough time.
Yeah.
Raul Fernandez has done amazing. It's great to see that turnaround. And I know he's had spoken to a sports psychologist and he's been quite open with that. And it's actually great to see him doing well and getting some reward for effort. I think it's really good. I really like Trackhouse.
We need one more team in MotoGP.
We do.
We're one team short.
We do. We definitely do.
Yeah.
But I just think he's just had enough time. You got to revolt. You got to move talent on, and you got to put fresh talent in. Manu Gonzalez is someone who deserves a MotoGP.
I'm back on I'm on the Raul Fernandez.
Get the merch going.
I'm on the Raul Fernandez. Yeah, but I'll buy it, and then you'll get test ridden next year. Be worth nothing.
It's like buying Jorge Martin #1 merch. You know how much money he would have lost in merch sales? Yeah, we had messages from people in Sachsenring and Brno and stuff. No one's even looking at his stuff.
Well, would you?
Your boy at Willie_Nels. Which CEO got more airtime this week? KTM or the astronomer?
That's a good point. Chizo's a wild story with that CEO, wasn't it? Not just wild as in who gives a fuck, realistically, but wild as in it just reached everyone. Everyone knows the story just from social media. It's I never heard. It's a wildfire, that story. It's just hilarious. What an idiot!
What an idiot!
Have an affair in private, please.
Don't subject us all to it.
I know.
Seriously.
What ridiculous.
Have you seen his missus? The actual missus? She's a glamour.
Yeah, but I've seen different photos.
Not good.
He's not. Yeah.
Cold
Carry
rainy
on.
Cold rainy day.
That's Marriage Republica. The next pod we're doing. So.
All right, we'll straighten up. Boy, Heart_Melbourne. I got 2. Marc Marquez is the son Davide Tardozzi always wanted. And also, would Ducati be wiser to have a young rider in their team to learn from Marc Marquez? Pego Bagnaia is nowhere. Which is an interesting take, to have a young rider to learn from Marc Marquez. Ducati share a lot of data. If you put in, let's just say, a Manu Gonzalez or a Diego Moreira or David Alonso, whatever.
But I would think you'd probably look at Furman first.
Yes.
You think of put Furman in the seat. I don't think you'd look at any younger than that at the moment.
Furman's
they've got that
call.
path for MotoGP. Yeah. Bagnaia didn't start with Ducati; he went to Pramac first. So
Pramac Ducati.
Yeah. But you don't start. It's like you don't start your career at Ferrari. You have to go through the junior team first, and then you start your career.
MotoGP is maybe the slight exception, but again, it's the gems that start, I guess, in the factory team.
But they have to think about that.
I like that take. That's not a bad take.
It's a great take, because you have to look at the future, and then people get Honda, for instance, so complacent with concentrating on one rider at this very time. You got to think about the future.
Future proof. Ducati's been very good at that.
They have. They've been lucky. They've had some great talented riders come through, and then they've just signed the best rider of all time. That's the other thing. And they have the power to do that. Why? The other way you could look at that is devil's advocate. Why spend our money on training up young riders and taking them through programs and stuff when they just wait till the gem goes amazing into a Yamaha and then just brings them over, or vice versa. So who knows? Who knows what the right thing to do is? Look at Binder. Binder's a KTM love child. Is he going to be racing next year for KTM?
Is he signed?
Oh, I wouldn't do that to him again.
Curdy, are you able to look up Brad Binder's contract situation, please? Brad Binder. While he looks at that, it's called Papa. Our boy, second, third place in the championship is still open if Aprilia follows their momentum in the second half. Which, it's tough. Like, either, yeah, I guess so. Like, they're 100 points behind. I guess you can make that up. But, like, that's only for Bez, obviously.
Papa's got his new arch nemesis, Simon Patterson, as well.
Oh, really?
You saw Papa got quite angry on a post he shared.
Yeah?
Criticising Simon Patterson's...
That guy gets I don't know anything about him.
No, he does cop. But yeah, Papa has his reasons, so credit where credit's due. Yes, Curtis?
Binder's contract ends end of 2026.
So it's next year. It's a lot of 2026, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's a new regs in 27, so that's what everyone's sort of been waiting for, haven't they?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's right. Jared Madsen, pole finishing with Brad ahead of Brad proves Brad Binder doesn't deserve a seat.
Oh, it's a great point, and I think you're right. When you have, you had some... He's shown nothing this year, but Binder at all.
No.
If he's been up there, he's been behind someone, at least. He's always... Like, if he's been up in the top 5, you've had Acosta in 4th.
Yeah.
From memory, of course.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing here, but that's what my memory says for this year.
It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great for Brad Binder, and I wonder if there's clauses in his contract where like, sorry, bro, we've been loyal enough. There's a performance clause. You're not even in the top 10 in the championship. This is what we can do.
Yeah.
That's a big call to make, though. It ruffles a lot of feathers, but I guess that's what KTM needs. That's what KTM needs.
Yeah, it's business. And these new owners, they're not going to have the pedigree or the history with Binder. They might just go, well, get a better rider. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote. Shout out to Adrian, Letty, Rins, and Oliveira. Got to go. 100% agree. And then basically everyone has just messaged in about the tire pressure rule and how much everyone hates it. There's a lot of people divided in MotoGP, but we're all united on one front. That's tire pressure.
That's true. And shout out to Kyle, my mate from Kyle Mann from Kentucky. I've got his name wrong before.
Yeah.
His hot take was Mark would have been better in the sprint, just gassing it off the line like Valentino Rossi, Phillip Island. Than worrying about the 8-second penalty for the tyre pressures, which is probably not a bad point.
I like
he probably
that.
would have got 8 seconds ahead, to be honest with you. So yeah, that was a good call.
I like that a lot. Last one, HG.Ava. Danny Pedrosa should do more wild cards. Would help KTM much more. And he's done... KTM's got some fast riders in their test team. So it's good to see. And good on Paul Espargaro for killing it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate all your love and support.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.